Hello everyone, it's Lisa Jane here, and I haven't made a video for a while. I have been laying low a bit with some physical symptoms, which is why I decided to come on and chat to you all, because there is a lot going on energetically. As always, 2020 has just been one of those years, even though there's been a lot going on years prior to this, which has been posted in my channel, so you can have a browse. If you like what it is I have to share today and looking at some of my other videos, then please just subscribe and hit the notification button. I have also been doing Sunday series live YouTube, which has been going quite well, and I will probably continue with them. But I'm in a bit of a flux in terms of the guidance I'm receiving about what it is I need to share, since I've also been offering weekly meditations via Zoom every Friday since the beginning of lockdown, which for us has been around about March. And those have changed a bit, but I may well continue with them. But like I said, things are changing, and I'm just sitting and receiving guidance. And once I have fully felt that that is my next move, then I will share with you what it is I'm going to do. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, definitely the energies are hotting up, right? We've had Mars in retrograde. We've got, I think, a full moon in Aries. I'm not sure because I'm not an astrologer. But what I do is I connect with the energies that I work with on a daily basis. And I have my guides that I work with. And at the moment, strong, powerful, feminine goddess energy coming in. Because if there's anything I had learned last year when we had gender-based violence here in Cape Town, and there was a lot of protests, and I decided to sit here in my room and meditate instead, is that Kali, the goddess of transformation, destruction, of change, came in very, very strongly. And since then, I have very much been aligned to that energy, and very much of the opinion, and of course this is my belief, it doesn't necessarily have to be yours, but very much of the opinion that God is a female energy. It is that creator source energy that is coming through strongly. It's that creator source energy that was available at the beginning of lockdown for everybody in their own space and was coming in very strongly and is still coming in very strongly. And with that creator energy is a huge need for change, a huge need for revamping, a huge need for you to look at what's going on. So in my talks and in my videos, I have referred to the process of embodiment a lot. This process of embodiment for me has been going on since I turned 50, about 3 years ago. It's not something that happens overnight because the physical body needs to get used to this. And we are now in a ramped up version of that. In addition to the ramped up version of the physical embodiment of creator life force energy and our soul, is also the sense that our physical body on an energy level is changing. Now, please, I'm learning this as I go along because there's so much information. And of course, implementing on this physical realm, I don't think we've even come close to knowing what that is going to look like. Because if we were told everything, it wouldn't be an exciting journey, right? So I certainly have a sense of what's going on, but how the physical body is going to change, well, that's still open for debate and question and curiosity. But what I can tell you is symbolically, I'm being shown the triple helix, I'm being shown the Holy Spirit as the embodiment of the creator energy. I am also having a lot of conversations with my guides about plasma. Now, plasma, for those of you that know, is the fourth element of matter. Okay, so solid, liquid, gas, and then we have plasma. Now, again, I'm not a physicist or a quantum physicist, so I also don't claim to know scientifically about this. But what I can tell you is the physical body, the makeup, the matter on which we kind of have known it to exist in a three-dimensional realm is changing. The earth is changing. So that for me, there's a very definite shift going from a more denser, solid matter of the physical body to a lighter element of plasma. Now, who knows? It might well be that our physical body needs to move to the energetic structure of plasma in order to house our soul. Because you will have heard a lot of other spiritual teachers talk about the anchoring of the light. And I've also referred to that, the pulling in of the light and the anchoring into the earth. Because we are each and every one of us part of the creation of the new earth or the new energy matrix. Again, if you want to learn more about that, please just search through my videos. There'll be something there that will help you understand. My advice is very practical. I don't go all out there offering you things that might not be understandable, and I'm hoping my advice is really practical enough so that you can make the changes to help you with what's going on at this time. So essentially, what my guides wanted to share with you today is there are a lot of people, many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, suffering with physical symptoms at this point in time that are not easily understandable. You may have gone for blood tests, you may have gone for bone tests, you may have changed your nutrition, you may be drinking more water, you may be exercising more, you may be exercising less, you may be sleeping well or sleeping not at all, which in my case is waking every hour on the hour, because our body clocks are also changing. So whereas we might have had a regular routine of going to bed at 10 o'clock, waking up at 6, 7, we might need to go to bed earlier, but actually wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because for me, my active time, 3 o'clock has always been significant in my life, especially over the last 10 years. But for me now, that 3, 4, 5 is extremely active. And our world is not set up for that, right? If I started walking around my house at 3 o'clock in the morning, starting my day, my teenagers who sleep until 12 would be most dismayed because they would be disturbed. But I get a sense that energetically my body is shifting its cycle, is shifting its sleep cycle, and there's an adjustment to be made. Not only that, but joint pain, bone ache, sinus, head issues, right? Either very tight head or shooting pains at the top here, neck throbbing, salivary glands, lymph glands, sharp pains, uncomfort. In fact, anywhere on your body might be complaining at you right now. If you are working very much at healing, if you are working at very much attempting to bring in the energies, attempting to shift, if you are engaged in the awakening process. And when I say if you are engaged in the awakening process, I mean you're consciously aware of what is happening energetically, and you are consciously making an effort to heal. As with all of my videos, there has been a strong urge for the last 3, 4, 5 months from Spirit, from my guidance, saying, please, Lisa Jane, make sure everyone is aware that each person is important in this journey. Each person's healing, their conscious awareness, their mindfulness, their living in the present moment are all adding to helping stabilize, because that's also an issue, right? Stabilize and anchor the new frequencies. So we are going through this tumultuous phase, and I've used that word in probably every video. You're probably like, Lisa Jane, when's it going to calm down? Not anytime soon, darlings. I hate to tell you, but not anytime soon. But you're all okay. I see you, I love you, you're strong, courageous souls, right? But what is happening with, as I mentioned before, with the merging of the seen and the unseen, this physical body is also seeping into changes, and we are seeping into one another. And I'm sorry for the analogy, but it's best describe it. Because if we let's just collapse everything. Just look around you, right? My pictures, my books, me, my necklace, my rock. We are all essentially made of the same vibratory matter, maybe not that, consciousness. We are made of the same material. Atoms, electrons, neutrons, protons. Everything you see around me here it's all vibrating, albeit some of it slowly. And so if we can just close our eyes for a moment, and maybe you want to do this, imagine that cell, right? That nucleus, that atom, that little circular thing, because they're all circular, right? if we've got all these spinning circles filling up our body, trillions of them, filling up the bookcase behind me, filling up my picture, my healing table, if we just put our energy glasses on, which is what I used to say to my children when they were little, and just imagine it's just atoms spinning, electrons spinning, sorry. Electrons, protons, okay, I told you I'm not a physicist. But you get the drift, right? Everything is spinning, albeit much slower motion than some elements. Our body is getting used to a different spin. Our body is bringing in frequencies that hold a spin, a vibration that we're not used to yet. And so, whilst you can do the diet and the nutrition and the yoga and the meditation and the nature, and trust me, all of that is beneficial. Top of the list, nature. What I want you to actually focus on or become aware of is that allow yourself to see you as this movable, flexible, in motion being. Allow yourself to see this vessel as just a conduit for energy, and that it needs time to adjust. In the same way that, again, children analogies, right? When my children were little, I used to entertain them by using food color and dropping it in the water, the bath, because it used to make these incredible swirlies that it all mixed into one another. Now we know that if we took a bath full of food color, and sorry for the analogy, but my guides are very specific and they offer me very simple symbolism, which I'm very grateful for, thank you, to offer you an idea of what's happening. We all need to merge in order to create and shift this consciousness. So whilst there is this contradiction of maintaining your field, of maintaining your vibration and anchoring, on a fundamental level, we are all part of this consciousness. So if we see this pool of water, an ocean of love, an ocean of consciousness, but we imagine we're dealing with a bath, and we take different things of food color and we drop them in, initially that individual drop remains red or remains blue or remains green, right? Vibratory rise. But when things are shifted up, as they are now, when the energies are twirling and combining, and when some energies are rising up to take over and others are trying to take hold somewhere else, what happens to all those colors? They become quite murky, right? In fact, I think you probably end up with a brown. So if you want to do something for your kids, try that. Hey kids, what color do we end up with? We are in a bit of a brown murky soup right now. And I don't want to scare you by that. I just want to bring the realization that this murkiness, this uncomfortable feeling in the body, this kind of almost like, oh, this is heavy and it's sludgy, is a temporary state of us allowing the mixing of all of these energies in order to clear and filter so that we end up with a singular ocean of love that is of a higher vibration. I can't tell you how long this is going to take. So don't expect it to change anytime soon. But what I can say is that in my deepest soul, ancient truth, we are going to move towards a place of peace and unity. The human race is not going to go extinct. We have support from many souls who have arrived from many different places all over the galaxy. We have the female god on our side because she is grateful, as we would say in South Africa. You'll have to Google that. Of the fact that we have been given this opportunity to channel divine consciousness, to be angels on earth, but we had free will. And basically we've just, I was going to say a bad word, I'm not going to. We have messed up a bit. And this is the same message I got channeled through Carly last year, is that it's enough now, people. Right? I gave you the opportunity, but I'm going to shake things up now. And it is up to each individual to choose how you respond to things, to choose your thoughts, to choose your behavior, so that ultimately you're cleaning your act. So that again, if we use the analogy of love, and I'm sure if you're a chemist, you'll probably tell me what it is. that you put a droplet in and it scatters the dark, right? It dissipates it. So you have a clear liquid, a clear center, a clear field. That with each and every one of us doing the work, we will shift the consciousness to a much lighter way of being. So one thing that I was told when I had a very small child, lots of children analogies today, so clearly it's the goddess mother energy coming in. And I was heavily pregnant with my twins because I had 3 children under the age of 2. I went into the ladies at Kirstenbosch Gardens here in Cape Town, and a very beautiful lady, a Xhosa lady, turned around to me and said, "My darling, you are blessed." And I think I said, "Yes, I know I am, but I'm still worried about the work involved." And she looked at me and pierced my soul and said, "An elephant's trunk is always long enough." In other words, you will never be dealt anything that you can't deal with or cope with. And I know it may feel like it at times, but I see you and I believe in you. And call on the elephant energy, because the elephant energy is strong right now too, right? In Ganesh, the Hindu god, but also in the elephant, who is that mother, who is that wise, caring matriarch of the tribe, right? Feel that wise matriarch, because that is the energy to which we all have to tune now. We have to tune in to the elephant wisdom, to the matriarchal wisdom, to the goddess wisdom. And much like a mother might have to sometimes scrape off that scab of her child so that the new skin can come and heal, that is what's happening. We're having our icky scabs scraped off, which causes more bleeding, which causes more wounding, but the toxic stuff comes out, so that from the inside, because that's where all healing takes place from the inside, we can heal and create this new energy field that will help anchor a beautiful matrix of consciousness that is aligned to respect, to compassion, to kindness, to community, to unity. So I hope that some of the analogies I offered you today help. I truly hope that wherever you are in the world, you have support to help you through this, but if not, please contact me. I'm here to help in any way, to offer healing, to offer readings. My links are below, my channels are below. If you really feel like you would want to donate, any small donation is more than welcome. I'm so blessed and thankful. And connect with me if you feel you want to hear more. Follow my Instagram, follow my Facebook, subscribe to this channel, and I will keep sharing with you as long as I'm guided to. And I'm going back to holding my 200,000-year-old stone tool because I find them everywhere and it's part of me. I'm an ancient soul. I think I've been here on this continent since the very beginning. And so, yeah, I think that's all I have to share with you today. I'm just checking in with them as whether anything else. But no, I'm getting, you have everything within you. The elephant's trunk is always long enough. And they say, so too is the giraffe's neck, right? So let's take some wisdom from the animals here. Check in with your animal spirit. See what animal came to you when I was talking about that. Because the animals are with us. Earth is with us. We are all in this together, not just the people. The animals and the planet and the planets and the solar systems and all light beings who are here for peace, for unity, for love. With that, I wish you the most blessed day, and I hope you have enjoyed what I have to say and that I haven't rambled on too much. I send you much love from my heart to yours, from my home to yours. Be safe wherever you are. Bye for now.